Hello, this is your girl, Queen Precious. Happy weekend of love. I wanted to talk with those kings and queens that are in relationships. If you are married or if you're dating, I've had kings and queens say to me, he's not making time for me. She's not making time for me. We don't do anything. We've been married this amount of time, or we've been dating this amount of time, and it's kind of boring. I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, that's understandable, because sometimes we get familiar. The bros used to say we're starting to get familiar with each other. So that was a wake-up call for both of us. But the thing is, we have to remember, you don't wait till it's time to spend time with your significant other, with your husband, your wife. You don't wait till then to start showing time, to show them the love that they should be getting. A lot of times people say, well, I'm busy, this, that, and the other. Let me tell you, let me give you a little tip. There's things that you can do that when you don't have time, you can still let them know that they're on your mind. For instance, you can send an emoji with a little kiss, a little heart or something. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know our lives are extremely busy. I get it. But that's not an excuse. You can send an email. You can send a text. You can send a music video, something that says, I'm thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to feel loved in some kind of way. Even if it's your children, sometimes we have to do that with our children, to say, I was thinking about you today. Little things like that put a smile on their face, puts a smile on your face. Now, how do you feel when your children come, if you have children or nieces and nephews or little people that come up to you and either draw you a picture and say, well, I drew this for you, or they bought you something and say, oh, this is for you. That makes you feel good, does it not? I know it makes me feel good. I don't know about you all. I remember when my youngest son used to come home, and him and his dad and maybe his sister and brother, they all go walking and come back. And he would come and he would bring me a flower that he got off the ground from walking. He would bring that and say, here, mommy. That would melt my heart. I don't care if I was upset with him and I had to tell him, okay, he didn't do it. When I saw that flower, and I said, oh, my Lord. Which he didn't get in trouble much, because, my children, they're good. I'm blessed. But the thought was, he thought about mommy while he was on his walk, having a good time with his dad and his sister and his brother, but he thought about mommy. I was like, wow. So, taking that example and putting it into relationship, we need to do things. For instance, some of the ideas that the bros used to share, which I thought was cool, and I started using them myself. If you're at the grocery store and you're thinking about your husband or your wife, and you see a candy bar that they like, or a piece of fruit, whichever, because sometimes, we're trying to back away and do the healthy thing. We say, oh, wow, they like this. Why not get them one and bring it and say, babe, I was thinking about you, so I wanted to get you this. Little things like that, I would think would touch their heart, and if it doesn't touch your heart, you need to be mindful that they did it because they were thinking about you. Don't wait until you're ready to start doing something with your spouse or with the person you're dating, and then expect for them to just be all excited to be with you when you haven't done anything all week long to say you appreciate them. Even if it's just appreciating them, making the time to call you, text you, whatever. They could have did something for you. They could have ran an errand for you. They could have dropped something off for you. Something that they probably didn't have to do. Or maybe you thinking they should have. Whatever. They did it, and even if they complain, because I know some couples, there's some to say, well, I guess so, But you know what? They still did it. Even if they had an attitude, they still did it. Find a way. Find the positive things to encourage you to do things for them. Find whatever it is. Find whatever it is. Think of something. Y'all know me. I think about a saying out of a great book about, thinking on things that are lovely and pure and of a good report. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about those things that they've done, even if it's been a long time. Reminisce in your mind how he used to call you on your lunch break and make you laugh. He knows you're not having a good day, or she calls you, saying, I'm going to pick you up for lunch. Let's go someplace. Whatever it is, be mindful of that and start doing some things that get your mind in that place to say, okay, let me do something to brighten up their day. I used to have a quote that me and the bros had together, and it used to say, love says, what can I do for you? Not what you can do for me. What can I do for you? We need to have that mindset, because a lot of times we're always focusing on me. It's not me. In relationship, it needs to be about the other person. Not, I always say with that, you need to have balance, because you cannot be doing everything. You cannot, because it drains you. I learned that from experience. It was done. The bros used to tell me, he's always doing, I'm not doing. Okay, then I'm always doing, and it's not being reciprocated back to me. It drains you after a while. So make sure that you're showing the other person how much you love them in action and in deed, and let it come from something from your heart. And when a person does it for you, don't think they should do it the way you think they should. You know what I'm saying? If they thought about you and say, okay, remember, I got this for you, I got that for you, and be grateful and thankful, because they could have did it for somebody else. Okay? All right, this is your girl, Queen Precious. Get some ideas flowing that keeps the love and the appreciation and the admiration you have for each other growing each and every day. I love you. Happy weekend of love, and enjoy it on purpose. Later.